What's really good? Baby Arm Dawn, welcome to the channel. Let's talk about Jorge Masvidal versus Nate Diaz. Now, Nate Diaz, that's always been one of my go-to fighters. Like, Nate Diaz never disappoint. He always bring the pain, but really, we're starting to see a war down. Forgive me, man. These bikes out here in Brooklyn, it's crazy. All right. So back to that. We starting to see a Nate Diaz that's really worn down. Like he's been through too many wars, and his scar tissue is proof of that. Nate Diaz is a warrior in the ring. In the cage, I should say. I'm talking about boxing. So I'm a boxing coach. If y'all don't know, make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment below. Check out my other contact. Anyway, let's get back to Nate Diaz. He's been through too many wars. And that scar tissue that he has, over his face, it's starting to show that, he's vulnerable to big cuts. And it's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened in this fight against Jorge Masvidal. Now, one thing that Jorge has that I liked a lot was, one, he changed stance. He had great boxing from orthodox and from a southpaw position. He caught Nate Diaz with a beautiful kick in the first round. That was the kick that sent Nate Diaz to the floor. Very, very much dismantled Nate Diaz, He got him on the ground, and he was smart to keep the fight on the 2 feet, because that Nate Diaz is profound in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So he like, yo, I'm not going down there. But he had beautiful clinching that he used his elbows perfectly on Nate Diaz. Now, Nate Diaz's plan was to get Jorge down to the floor, but as you saw in the fight, Jorge was smart enough not to take it down there. I feel like it was a great stoppage because it was a bad cut. The referee didn't stop it. It was the doctor, but the doctor's and the referee's job is to protect the fighter. So in this case, I feel like even if he didn't have the cuts, Jorge Masvidal was still going to get in Nate Diaz's ass. He was still going to beat Nate Diaz because Jorge Masvidal's boxing was just too much for Nate. So even if they run it back one more time, it's going to be the same outcome. Jorge going to light that ass up. Now, Nate Diaz, he's my guy. I've been a fan of him for a long time, and I will continue to be a fan of him. But him versus Jorge Masvidal, if they run it back again, I don't know. I don't think it's a smart decision for Nate. It's interesting to see where Nate will take it from here and what will happen now with Jorge if he defends the BMF belt. So that's all I got now. Those are my initial reactions to the Jorge and Nate Diaz fight. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my channel for more boxing and UFC content. Baby Arm Dawn. Hit me up. Let me know in the comments what you think. Easy. We out.